Yesterday, we discussed the video of Russell Brand saying when and where he will be coming back in order to address most of the stuff that he's currently dealing with right now, and he had a heavy push towards Rumble, because, well, it's kind of the only place that really has his back. We've seen a couple of different responses to it, and basically, I've been focusing on the way that the media has been trying to spin things because they are patently and obviously anti-free speech, or hell, even anti-due process at this point in time, but I want to focus on the free speech aspect of this because somebody who purports to be a free speech absolutist, a real First Amendment warrior, is Elon Musk, who commented on this repost of the video, which is kind of strange in and of itself. Somebody obviously monetizing somebody else's content. X is a bit of a weird place right now, but you got Elon Musk there saying it's rather disappointing that he exclusively is pushing Rumble when X has supported free speech just as much. Yeah, sorry there, Rocket Boy. You definitely are wrong on this one. You getting roasted in the comments for that one. Yo, take a look at that ratio. It ain't great because he definitely missed that time around. Now, Elon Musk's personal commitment, I think that's a little bit stronger than even his platform is doing. You don't even need to mention that lawful but awful CEO and the way that she's playing the footsie with the old regime censors over on the ADL and ban the ADL, of course, but we can just leave it up to some of the experts. You got Robert Barnes saying Rumble video has been better than X. Example, Owen Schroyer is still denied his account while a fake account, or Owen Schroyer's S is verified, misleads people regularly, defames him daily, and X does nothing about it. Yeah, it's all pretty terrible. And then you got, okay, yeah, Keith Woods, who points out, well, very much that there's a whole litany of people that are just, you know, as you may not be aware, there are a number of nationalists and conservative activists who have been banned by X this year, despite seemingly not violating the TOS, including Dr. Kevin McDonald, don't know who that is, Nick Fuentes, somebody who I don't like, but at the same time, what did he do? He got reinstated, but then, what, the first thing that he posts was the same thing that Ye got banned for, but now Ye's back on the platform. Kind of weird to think about. I'm sorry, not a doctor, don't need to go ahead and afford anybody else credentials that they don't have. James Edwards, Dr. Tom Sunik, Varg Vickens, is that the black metal guitarist? Mark Collette, and so many other people, like, you know, okay, as Ryan Dawson points out, you know, Dr. David Duke, again, you know, somebody with despicable opinions, but still has the ability to say those things because of, you know, free speech and the First Amendment. If you don't break the law, you probably shouldn't be banned off these platforms because, again, these platforms have 230 protections. If it doesn't break the law on your platform, why are you banning people? I mean, bro, it's pretty simple. Elon Musk, okay, and this is something that I can take up specifically because I think his opinion on certain things adds a little bit goofy. Mostly because, and shout out to Viva Fry on this one, in fairness, Elon Musk, you still have Alex Jones and Owen Schroyer banned off of X. Yeah. For off-platform content. Yeah, Alex Jones specifically. It's like, what did he do on Twitter? I don't even remember. Like, I wasn't using social media at that time when Alex Jones still had a platform over here, but he was one of the people that were specifically singled out by Elon for his emotional damage. I have children, and what he said about the children at Sandy Hook, I just can't forgive him for that. Okay, well, that's your own personal bias. It kind of runs far afield of your own personal free speech stance, but at the same time, what exactly did he say that he hasn't either apologized, walked back for, or clarified on Sandy? Oh, okay, cool. It's all about trying to walk the fine line of monetization and holding free speech values, because that's realistically what he's doing right there. He can't, for as genius as he is in most business endeavors, I think maybe that's one of those gaps in awareness that he has. He's got a specific blind spot when it comes to what specifically is free speech? Because, yeah, I responded to this, and because, again, X is fucking goofy when it comes to this stuff. The moment that you pay for a verification badge, all of your stuff gets pushed to the top. And if you don't, like me, like, I couldn't care less about being verified. It's just, you know, hey, man, ends up getting pushed to the bottom, but because my profile, my tweet is on there or whatever. Yeah, Rumble is a 9. I would think that they're incredibly good. I haven't been, you know, party to anything that has been detrimental in their policies or the way that they apply said policies. Everything seems to be great. Could they be better? Actually don't know. So I left room for improvement on that one. Rumble is a 9, X is a 6. For the most part, kind of decent, but then at the same time they got those weird notifications for hate speech. if you say tranny or retard or something like that. But go ahead and post as much porn as you want. It's debaucherous sometimes. You just need to know the right search terms, and you can basically see the, a chick's molars through the back door. It's like, why does anybody buy an OnlyFans? X is free. But back to Elon Musk, I think he's trying to walk a fine line. Why do you think he stepped down as CEO and hired somebody who could come in and try to monetize the platform? That's your specialty. Well, that and kissing globalist ass, because he doesn't want to end up getting demonetized like Rumble is right now. Just think about this. Rumble standing up for the principles, standing up for simply being a publisher and not being an editor, adhering to their half of the bargain when it comes to 230 protections. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and remove advertising off your platform because you don't want to censor somebody that doesn't deserve the censorious nature. I don't get it. Burger King, Azos, and HelloFresh pull ads from Rumble as Russell Brand vows to keep publishing videos on the platform despite, claims, accusations, allegations, whatever the hell you want to call it. No police report, no trial, no conviction, nothing. You aren't denouncing this guy. You are allowing him to maintain his platform on your website, and we don't like that at all, so we're getting rid of our ad buys, which... it's kind of strange at the same time, okay? And shout out to Viva Fry for pointing this out. As somebody who's been on Rumble for a very long time, it resonates with me, because the moment that I seen this report, it's like, wow, the big company. But wait a minute, I have never seen a Burger King ad on Rumble. Yeah, like, okay. If you guys are also using Rumble, which I do highly encourage you, if you had a bad experience with it back in the cut, even earlier this year, the UI is much improved. The latency problems, like, it's vastly improving every single day. I can't emphasize what a good platform it is enough. But when I see ads that are on there, it's not really the big mainstream places that are advertising on the platform, if we're just going to keep it 100. Like, it's kind of everybody's startups. You're more likely to see a MyPillow ad as opposed to like a Serta mattress ad. Like, that's the quality of ads that are on there. Not saying that that's good, bad, or anything else. It's just, that's kind of the way that it is. So, the fact that Burger King, Azos, HelloFresh, I think it's all under the one same umbrella, at least as a way that it's purporting, but they want to do this, and as a little byline that's under there, it's also kind of funny as well. I'm sure those shoes are about to drop here very shortly as well, but they're all doing this because Rumble stood up for their principles. Now, because they didn't remove demonetization or even cancel him off the platform, same way that YouTube don't know about the rest of the other responses that are out there, but because they didn't copy YouTube in their response, well, they're going to go ahead and remove their ad buys. But as it shows right there, his podcast continues to be promoted online by Apple and Amazon Music. I'd imagine there's probably going to be some movement here very, very shortly. It'll be interesting after he addresses the situation on Monday on his own show. What ultimately happens after that? Does it put an end to it? Highly likely it doesn't happen, but will there be more efforts to silence him if he strikes back hard enough? Yeah, that's kind of how this stuff goes. Major brands have started pulling adverts from Rumble, where Russell Brand broadcasts his weekly show as the comedian vows to keep publishing videos on the platform despite all of the accusations against him. Burger King, Azos, and HelloFresh are among the brands that have removed adverts on the platform, where Brand has amassed a following of 1.4 million followers, according to the news movement. The fuck is the news movement? He hosts a weekly live show on the platform at 5 p.m. British Standard Time. What was that? I think that's 10 o'clock my time. Anyways, 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever. According to the news movement, I don't know. What is that? You cite it like I should know it. Burger King said it had paused advertising with the platform while investigations continue, while Azos said that it has manually removed its ads from Rumble. But some large brands continue to promote brands' content. Apple and Amazon Music continue to hold space on their site for Brand's podcast, Under the Skin with Russell Brand. Oh, don't worry. That'll stop very soon, because we've seen that the way that the media is running on this, and tomorrow I'll probably go with some of the other crazier accusations that are out there, like I don't know, he was flashing or something like that, some goofy shit, and then over on the side there, apparently befriended, I don't know what that is, but befriended a heroin addict and then offered $60 to bone his prostitute girlfriend. It sounds incredibly strange, given the fact that, yeah, okay, why would you hook up with somebody who's doing intravenous drugs? I don't really know about that, but okay. Brand 48 is also plugging a separate podcast called Stay Free with Russell Brand. You don't even know that that's the content that he does on Rumble. These motherfuckers are so goddamn stupid. The website suggests that it can be accessed on a variety of platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Earlier this week, YouTube stopped Brand from being able to earn any money through his channel for violating our creator responsibility policy at the behest of the UK government, which some people, I think you guys probably picked up that on the thumbnail that I put out for yesterday's video. That's the Caroline, I forget her last name, Dresden. It's a difficult one to pronounce, but that's that Karen that sent out the letter. I just superimposed her face over the Kristen Bell picture because I thought it was funny. I do this shit because I mostly think that it's funny. Previously produced about 5 videos a week for around 6.6 million subscribers, earning himself an estimate. All of those estimates are total fucking cap, okay? Because I'll tell you, YouTube has definitely fucked me around since since I got monetization on my channel. Like, Christ almighty, I got, what, like 250,000 views in July or August when all of the Bud Light shit was really popping hard. I'm sure if you run it through a calculator on that, I would have been making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Guess what? 2 or 3% of my views. 2 or 3% of my views ended up getting monetized. Most of the stuff, most of the content that I had on the channel was in monetization limbo for 3 fucking weeks. And then it came back at like a 90 to 95% clip of being fully monetized. But no. All of my content went out there for fucking free because YouTube is such a wonderful fucking platform. They got to monetize it. I'm sure that there were ads that ran at the front and the back of that, but I didn't see a fucking penny from that. Meanwhile, over on Rumble, seemingly overnight, within a couple of hours, everything, just about everything gets fucking monetized, okay? It's the exact same content. I don't know what else to tell you. I do a couple of exclusive streams when I had the opportunity to stream. That'll be coming back very shortly. I think my internet is finally going to be getting fixed in the next couple of days, and the smoke has subsided in my neck of the woods, so I might be able to come back to start streaming at a high quality, but it's not about me anymore. This is about Russell Brand, the attack on Rumble, everybody's misinterpretation of all of the events that are going on right now, and the fact that this is just simply a dry run in order to see how much that the government, how much that big media needs to do in order to get somebody that they don't like anymore canceled. Caroline Dinage, that's her name. It's right there, right? I think the wildest thing about this so far is that the UK government, as Russell Brand also illustrated, that's a specific policy that the government has over there. That's why they can get so many people canceled off of so many platforms because, well, it's just an open fact in some countries that there is that incestuous link between the government and big tech. Everybody knows it goes on. Everybody knows that the media is basically the 5th column. Well, they always reported themselves to be, but they're basically on the fucking payroll, especially in the UK, especially in Canada, and then to a lesser extent with NPR in the United States. But because one man and one company, Chris Pavlovski and Rumble, decided to tell everybody to go get fucked, that's just showing you which side, who has your back and who doesn't. Rumble clearly does. X likes to feign that they have your back, but they're really just kind of coming out of the closet and being more like the old school Twitter as opposed to this new vision of X, which just definitely is another big red flag in the bad column for them. But yeah, unless there's some new big developments, I want to go over some of these smaller, crazier allegations on and around Russell Brand just to show you what they have to drag in order to diminish, or rather bolster the claims of those 4 nameless, faceless women that came forward. We don't even know who they are. We don't even know if it's 4 or if it's just 4 separate allegations from over a decade ago during a 7-year period when this guy was out there fucking anything with 2 legs and a vagina in the UK. Okay, cool. Totally believe you. And yeah, what they're having to drag in order to make it look like, oh, this was just, he was running wild at the time doing all of this crazy stuff, so you gotta believe our initial claims, right? Yeah, no. The more you just try to grab onto a bunch of other wild stuff, the less credible the initial accounts are. And I'm always highly skeptical because the first call, if it's real, if it's legit, you go to the police, you don't go to the media. And what happened to what did these bitches do? Well, they didn't just go to the media first. first. They waited. They schemed for years before going to the media first. So again, red flag and alarms are going off in my head when it comes to this one. But I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of this, but we're seeing the attacks happen in real time. If you didn't think that the Matrix was real beforehand, oh yeah, this is them going in hard right now. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.